The other section we're going to look at, are there initiatives in Africa and what are they all about? So we're going to look at 3 initiatives. The first is called the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Smart Villages Initiative in Africa. It's implemented in different countries, which we'll be looking at in depth. The second one is SIGAR Research Program on Climate Change. And the third one is World Bank Initiative in Niger in West Africa. So the IEEE Smart Villages Initiative in Africa, as mentioned, it entails providing access to energy in rural areas. And it didn't start as so. It started a Community Solutions Initiative in 2009 and was later renamed to IEEE in 2014. That is the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. So basically, again, it aims to promote off-grid communities through education and creation of sustainable businesses in the energy sector, which includes capacity building and also provision of relevant infrastructure to enhance access to energy. And we have this initiative has been implemented in different countries. For example, Cameroon, Zambia, and Kenya, Malawi, Namibia, Nigeria, Southern Sudan, where they have been able to provide charging stations, they've been able to provide solar infrastructure, and these have not only given the students access to energy to be able to study in the evening, but in some context, they have provided opportunity for the mature to study through adult education in the evenings, etc. The second initiative, as mentioned, is the SIGAR Research Program on Climate Change. This program started in 2011, and within the framework of this program is a concept of climate smart villages. It is being implemented in Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal, and Niger in Africa. And the villages in this context, they are those that are most affected or with most climate-related difficulties. They are the ones that are chosen to be part of this program. And in this context then, the issues are studied and solutions are identified or crafted based on smart technologies. And these solutions could be digital, but also contributing to addressing climate change. But again, it's a win-win strategy. It's win-win solutions where, apart from addressing climate change, then there is also the benefit to the community is also enhanced and probably increasing their yields, etc., etc., while lessening the climate change or climate footprint. The third initiative we're going to look at in this lesson is the World Bank Initiative in Niger. This is quite interesting. The project is still ongoing currently, and the aim is to increase access to cell phone and broadband services in rural areas and to bring digital financial services in selected and deserved areas. The target group is up to 6,000 villages. And in these villages, we are talking of up to 1.9 million population. So at the end of this project, we should be able to see improved digital financial inclusion of the rural communities and increased capacity among the community members, but the authorities thereof. What about policy recommendations relevant for Africa or in the context of Africa? First is, of course, integrating smart villages approach in the existing and future strategies and policies. Similarly, when they are integrated in the strategies and policies, this means then they are integrated into the budgeting and the financing. So allocate funding for integrated approaches such as the smart villages. Similarly, other policy recommendations include encouraging networking and exchange of experiences around the smart village approach in relation to urban and rural areas. The other recommendation is to allow room for innovation and experimentation on smart villages. Another recommendation is to use the potential smart village approach to promote not only rural development, but enhancing or strengthening urban-rural linkages. Another recommendation is to prioritize smart transformation of rural and peripheral areas and villages as appropriate, not just the cities, but also the rural areas and the peripheral areas. And finally, last and but not least, is to integrate smart villages in education curricula as appropriate in the said context. So we've come to the end of this lesson. What have we learned about? We've learned what smart villages entail, the aspects of smart villages, the process of building a smart village, initiatives in Africa, which we have looked at. There are 3 initiatives, and policy recommendations relevant in Africa. Thank you.